Hey guys, I want to do a video for you. I have to share something that's happened recently. Last week, most of you guys who know me well know that we work in the kids ministry. And so I guess last week I was getting everything together, and the message, the aim point for the message was how God's angels will protect you. And it's so neat how God knew what we were going to walk into before we even walked into it. Some of you guys know last week my aunt was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. The prognosis is not good. Of course, no one knows the day or the hour, but her lifespan has been limited, whereas the 4 days before, everything was fine, and then she was shell-shocked, and our world was shocked with this news. So, as I'm sitting here doing this video, I'm at my mom's house, and just some great things have been happening. But before we got here, that's what I want to focus on. The lesson was on God's angels will protect you, and they will. And if you've never heard that before, take comfort and courage in that. We were doing the lesson, and I had volunteered to talk about the Bible lesson to the kids. And the lesson was pretty cool. And I'm gonna read it to you in just a minute. After reading that aim point, I told my friend, who's our children's church director, I think we need to sing the song, The God of Angel Armies. I think that we need to teach the kids that song. Some of them know it from the school that they go to. We have the local Christian school in town, and they sing the song, and I've heard it from there. And I said, we just need to do that song. I just think it would be so powerful for them to get the movements and hear the song. And then the lesson, and we all know that that's how we learn. There's confirmation in songs and scripture and prayer and godly friends and the Bible. So I got to researching the song, and there was a video, and I'm going to post that link to that video. Tomlin did a video on why he wrote that song and how it all came to be. And it's all going to tie into this lesson. And so in 2 Kings I'm at chapter 6, it talks about Elisha. And man, we know about Elisha and how, he took over from Elijah and how all that took place. And if you don't know, it's a great story. But, there's a battle that's going on. And let me get to the right place, and then I'll tell you the story. All right, so where are we here? The king arose in the night, and I'm in 2 Kings. Where am I? I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 8. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him, and warned of him, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore and troubled for this thing. And he called his servants, and he said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, none, my lord. So what he's saying is, every time he would make a move, Israel would make a move to counter that move. And this king, the king of Syria wanted to know who was selling them out. Who in our camp is telling the story? Who in our camp is selling us out and telling the Israelites where we're going and what we're doing, because they're countering what we're trying to do. And this is what his servants told him. And this is what he said. None, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. He never went anywhere. Elisha never went anywhere. He went to prayer, and God showed him what they were supposed to do. This story is so powerful. And he said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan. Listen what happened. Therefore sent he horses and chariots and a great host, an army. He sent an army forth. They came by night and compassed about the city. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early, so Elijah's servant, and gone forth, behold, a host compassed about the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed, and he said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, open that servant's eyes, my servant's eyes, that he may see. And behold, the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountains were full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with the blindness, and according to the word of Elisha. So listen, I'm going to tell you what happened if you do not understand what I just read. So Elisha knew what was going to happen before the king of Syria even made a move, because he was in the bedchamber praying, and God revealed what that was to the prophet Elisha. Elisha then told the king of Israel, and they countermoved. So the king of Syria wanted to know what happened, and his servants told him, it's not us, it's Elisha in his bedchamber. And then the king of Syria said, take me to him, I want to know where he's at. And they said, he's in Dothan. So they went at nighttime. That's what you do in battle, I guess, to sneak up on them, to show up and to be there. And guess what happened? Elisha wasn't scared, but the servant of Elijah was scared. He woke up early that morning, and I'm sure he went out and just was shocked at everything that was out there, like we're about to be overtaken. And he comes to Elijah, and I'm sure I can only imagine how that would be. They're going to take us, they're going to take us, they're going to take us. And Elijah said, what did he say? He said, fear not, fear not. For they that are with us are more than they that are with them. And he prayed that God would open the servant's eyes to see the angels that were round about. And in the mountains, it said that there were, the mountains were full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. Listen, guys, this does not excite you. God's angels are here to protect us. Now listen what happened. That's the story for Kids Church. That same day, I mentioned the song, The God of Angel Armies is Always by Our Side. It's a song by Tomlin. You can look it up on YouTube. And there is a commentary where he talks about that song and why and how that song came about to be. It is great. Do you know which Bible verse and story he quotes in that video? I'm going to let you check it out. Then in addition to that, my aunt just woke up. Y'all pray for her. Then in addition to that, we were reading a story on the way up here called Fervent. It's a book by Priscilla Shirer. It's a great book. And in this book, it talks about Elisha and the story and the servant's eyes being open because the angels guard over and watch over them. Man, God gives his angels charge over us, and I know that he is in this present situation with us. He is guarding my aunt. He is guarding my family with these angels, and they are protecting us. And where we may be right in the midst of this fire and not know what to do, and it may be, we feel like the walls are closing in on us. We feel like there is no return. We feel sad. We feel angry. We feel defeat. But you know what? God's angels are round about us. If we could open our spiritual eyes and he could show us what he has protecting us, I'm confident it would be the mountains around our house would be filled with chariots of fire and angels protecting us and guarding us. So I hope that comforts you and helps you today. Check out 2 Kings chapter 6. Check out Chris Tomlin's video. It's awesome. I love you. God bless you. Keep us in your prayers. We'll talk to you soon.